Here is the one thing that is keeping people from earning multiple six figures online. My name is Sonya, and I'm here because I want to tell you all exactly what it took me a very long time to learn. And what that thing is going to absolutely shift things for you by the end of this video. I'd like to start off by just simply saying that the way that I was able to scale is by growing a following on TikTok, taking that following and creating an online community in the school platform where I then was able to convert a lot of them into high ticket purchasers. When I did it, I didn't even know what I was doing. I had no idea how any of this worked. All I know is that I had created programs before I left the field of teaching for 20 plus years. And when I created those programs, I ultimately decided that I wanted to learn how to market them. So I went on a hunt. I started searching YouTube University. It didn't turn out good results because people would say they did things but didn't tell how, which I understand now why that is. It wasn't leading me to where I wanted to go. And one day I went on TikTok, and that was an app that I really truly only used. I would just post a uplifting motivational piece, and a lot of people would follow me after posting that motivational piece. And one day I was on that app, the app that we consider as a place just for dancing and 60-second reels. I really truly only went on there for entertainment, but one day I was just curious and I typed how to make money online, and then the algorithm started spitting me out all of these people, and that's where I ran into this one girl, and she was talking about how she had taken Simply Passive and the lady had allowed her to resell the course. It was a MRR program. This is where I first learned about MRR, which is Master Resell Rights, which means you can buy a program and resell it as if you created that whole online course or program yourself for profit. Most of the time, you can get 100% profit. And I started looking into it. I ran across another course, which was the Roadmap 3.0. I purchased it, but I never was able to earn a sale with the Roadmap 3.0, even though it was very, very popular. So what did I do? I went and invested in mentorship, and that mentorship helped me to understand that the majority of why I was not doing it is because my mind wasn't in the right place. I didn't really believe that I can do it. I remember making my first sale, and I literally had gotten so exhausted after the live stream, but I decided before I even did that live stream that I was gonna just talk to me. So I created myself an avatar. Didn't even know what that was at the time. I decided I was going to look right at the camera, and what if I was talking to myself? What would I say to myself? And I remember saying something to the effect of, imagine if you drop your child off at daycare and you didn't know when you dropped them off if they were going to be the same way when you got back to pick them up. And I told that story because a few months before that, while I was driving Uber, I had a gentleman who got into my Uber ride and said to me he lost his 2-year-old in a daycare. And I remember taking the pain from that moment and talking about it on that live, and I started making sales. I made $300 in sales that day with a $100 program. I started now knowing what to say when I got on. So when I got on, within 12 days, I did $3,000 on a $100 item. So I started investing in higher ticket items. I was able to sell those high ticket items. I ultimately created my own school community, Academy 6DM, which has 2,500 people in it. And I took those people and I started to scale them up because they started wanting coaching from me. This is when I started figuring out that people will pay you for knowledge, not just a community of people. So one of the things that I learned is, in order to scale, if you create a community of people, a movement, a group of people who care about what you care about, you can then take those people in that community and begin to scale with them, because you can actually set up a funnel inside the school platform. I didn't know that. What I did was give away tons of value, and people began to trust me, and this is how I stepped into the world of high ticket sales. Now, I'm about to tell y'all, now that you know a little bit about me and how I got to where I am, I want to shift over and shift gears to the one thing that is going to keep so many people from being able to earn multiple six figures online. And that one thing is not having your mind in the right place. I realized after having a mentor that in order to scale, I first had to get out of my own way. Now, let me just preface, this is a new YouTube channel with new branding. I have other YouTube channels, both face forward and faceless, where I have earned some sales, but not a lot. So I'm just coming over to YouTube. I use ads. So if you learn how to do ads, you can make a lot of money once your product is refined. And that is something I've been able to do. And through organic traffic, like on TikTok, where I organically grew my crowd by going live every single day at 9 a.m. And I was able to grow and sell and multiply. And this is how I ended up earning what I've earned. You don't have to earn on one platform. There are many. So here's the number one thing that keeps most people from even being able to attain this. It is the ability to look at your own patterns and think about the things that are stopping you from earning income online. If you don't take out the time to learn why you don't believe it's true when somebody says they've earned this amount of money, you're not going to be able to do it because you have a subconscious block. And what is that? It's a block in the part of your brain you cannot see. That's what stopped me from earning in the beginning, and it took me 60 days to finally start earning income with sales online. And so here's the other thing that took place. I had to recognize the pattern and shift my thinking in order to do that. So there are people who, when they see someone say, I've done this amount online, I've done this, they will automatically doubt it, and then they will keep themselves from learning valuable information because they're doubting what was put in their face for a reason. And let me explain this to you all. This is very important. If you doubt like that, it is nearly impossible, if at all possible, for you to even create something valuable because you don't even believe that it's possible in the first place. Listen, this is what I heard on The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith say, what Chris Gardner said in his book. You got a dream, you got to protect it. If people can't do something for themselves, they will try to convince or tell you you can't do it. So when I see people online, my first thought, when they say they made 10 million, 20 million, I believe it. I'm trying to figure out how much information they are going to give for free. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And then to see if that person can teach me something that I would be willing to invest in. Rich people aren't going around telling people who have made a tremendous step and put their footprint in the sand that they didn't do it. No, they're trying to figure out if this is the person who can help me get a return on the investment they're going to ask me for. They're not worried about or going around on platforms telling people what they did not do and what is not true. See, a lot of people want to say it's a scam to say you earn income online, but the biggest scam that I've ever been involved is getting an education that left me $150,000 in debt and getting several master's degrees. That was the real scam. Listen, if you want to continue to follow me so that I can teach you how I ultimately was able to do this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like and comment on this particular video and let me know you learned something, because this is just the beginning. And one thing I want to tell you, quit doubting what was put in your face to help you get to the next level. And it don't have to happen on one platform. Hopefully I'll get monetized over here. There's no guarantee, but I get monetized in many other ways. Have a good day.